If you're wondering what happens when you file your taxes in Italy, I can confirm that nothing changes that much regarding the process, the workflow between inputs and outputs compared to other countries. The starting point is usually your personal income and your assets, no matter where they are located. Once the gross tax basis is clear, is defined, then it comes the time for tax deductions and tax credits. I can say that one of the best skills a tax professional can develop is building a deep expertise of this matter, because there is a thin line that separates an excellent tax return from a horrible mix of wrong numbers leading to mistakes and penalties. We're not talking about business-related expenses that can float from 1 to 100% of deduction of the total incurred in the previous fiscal year. In Italy, you can deduct personal expenses from the tax basis and from the taxes due. There's a huge difference. Considering the incredible long list, I'm going to give you just a couple of examples, okay? The first category we can think about, let's say, foreign pension contributions paid, maybe in the other country. This can be used and can reduce the basis where you're going to apply the tax rate on. So let's say you're making 100,000, you already paid 10,000 in your home country as personal contributions in your retirement account, the tax basis will be 90,000. In the second category, if you have to take care about your taxes because you have some tax credit, definitely you must turn the lights on and look for details. A fixed percentage of home improvements is paid in 10 years, a 19% for medical costs and educational costs, a progressive amount if you're renting in Italy long-term, not short-term, okay? Dependent relatives and so on can give you a real tax credit you can use against the tax bill to be paid, with a huge if. Most of the time, the Italian Revenue Agency doesn't give you any money back, okay? Unless you have the so-called tax capacity. In other words, it's allowed for you to work on the tax deductions only up to a certain amount, up to the taxes that you owe, losing any difference beyond that amount. So planning is the key to not losing money and leaving something on the table. Last information you must remember. In Italy, according to the tax agreement with your country of origin, it's possible to deduct taxes paid abroad against the tax bill here. The problem is knowing exactly how much, for what kind of income asset, and for how long. The lesson here is very positive, I guess. No matter how impressive, how heavy the Italian tax bill could look like at the first meet, if you have the right cards to play and a good professional at your side, numbers can turn into a very, very few digits, legally.